playing part 2 of Perseverance part 1. Confusing, I know. It's basically part 2 of their first demo. So, that's all you need to know. In the last video, we arrived at a cabin after overhearing a conversation with a mysterious assassin and ran into a weird girl who is a test subject. We also talked with Bob, runner of the general store, who seems to be getting friendly with our wife, although it's not clear if our wife is our wife or our ex-wife. And we also lied to our daughter because context clues weren't great, otherwise I wouldn't have lied to her. So, if that gets us a negative ending, apologize, it's my fault. Which it would be either way, no matter how intentional. Alright, before we get started with part 2, remember to hit the subscribe button, because we need subscribers. And then hit the bell button that's right next to it to make sure you get the notifications when a new video drops. Then leave a like and leave a comment. We're working our way up towards 50 subscribers and 1,000 lifetime views, which is really exciting, so I want you to be a part of that. Also, remember that I'm on all the social media. Okay, not all of it, but Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and WordPress as CraelanGames. If you need my email, it's CraelanPlays at gmail.com or CraelanPlays at outlook.com. Like, they're both, all of that is in the description. I'm going to put a link to this game as well. And with that lengthy 2-minute introduction, let's return to Perseverance. Because you persevered through that intro. Okay. So, as soon as I had nothing to really focus on, all the thoughts I've been trying to suppress throughout the day started to come up. Thoughts about Natalie. Thoughts about Hope. Too scared to tell me that she didn't want to spend time with me the way I thought she wanted. Tears in her eyes when she asked if I would rather have a son. The discussion we just had. I knew I would need to face these things eventually, but not at the moment. Back then I just wanted to rest. Was that too much to ask for? With a heavy heart, I got up and started searching for my loyal companion. I found her lying behind the bed, waiting for me. My beloved, golden blended, whiskey in a bottle. I'm glad we didn't buy more booze. If I had known that so many thoughts would catch up with me, I would have bought an extra one when Bob had suggested so. Nuh-uh, because I would not have chosen that. The bottle felt heavy in my hand, full of golden liquid. I looked down on the label, only to notice something unexpected. Hey look, old man. Isn't it your favorite brand? Bottle. The favorite brand of bottle. These days, thoughts about my father rarely crossed my mind, so when I saw the label, I couldn't help but smile. How many times have we drunk it together? Twice? Once for my 21st birthday, and once again when I came back to take care of you. You promised to drink with me again when my first child was born. You ran out of time, old man. Bottle! I knew that if I took a sip, this conversation would go south. That's why I decided to go to sleep. Yeah, need sleep. Yeah, even said it. It really seems like this dude might be an alcoholic. That was too much excitement for one day. I didn't feel like indulging myself in a drunken sip down memory lane any longer. Besides, I was looking forward to some quiet time the next day. And the reason I say it seems like he's an alcoholic was because booze has been like the first thing on his mind. Maybe that's just like a coping mechanism that he uses in extreme times. I don't know. We'll find out. I put the bottle away and dozed off. Really? So 4 more minutes. And I would have finished the game. Or the demo. So we got a lot of things started there. I'm going to go back and play it and see if there is any other information we can uncover from the conversations and making different choices. And if there is not, I'm just going to smush these 2 videos together. Yep. You heard me. I'm going to smush them. And then it'll be like with editing, it'll probably be like 20 minutes. Okay, yep, let's begin. Okay. Angry and frustrated, he seeks escape in a small cabin in the forest, far from his home and problems. But before he gets there, he needs to make a stop at a certain place. Okay, so it sounds like, since I got to finish reading the introduction on the second round, through, that this is going to decide everything, or this is going to play a critical role. Okay, so we're going to click around, because our first interaction, I think, is to decide whether we buy booze or not. So I'm going to click through here. I can't remember if there's a skip button or if I just have to click a lot. So they look like they're just flickering because, okay, buy more. Let's buy more booze. Might as well keep a spare bottle. Bob, yeah. You said that there are different kinds of strength in the world. I think you're right. Okay. Yep. So that didn't change any conversation. So let's click through this. And let's see what we can give her. Let's be polite. Okay, yeah, she did look a bit lost. Okay, clicking back fast. Okay, so far. Oh, so if we see, I was correct. So if we spend the money on booze, we can only give her our jacket or nothing. There's a jacket in my car. Wait here. Here, you can have it. Thanks a lot. I'll borrow it for now, but I'd like to send it back when I get home. I didn't think you were such a kind person, Jack. You remind me of someone. Of whom? I can't remember his name. He was a guy working at the science facility. They were testing some new medicine, and I volunteered. I remember he looked kind of glum, like he was disappointed. He'd stare at me through a glass window. I thought it was cute, as if he was too shy to speak. Anyways, would you give me your address so I can send your jacket back? Sure, I'll write it down for you. Here. Thanks, Joe. I'll send it back with some gifts. That's Jack. Listen, talk to Bob at the station down there. Ask him to fetch Hal Gifford for you, okay? He's the sheriff around here. He'll help you. Hal Gifford. Got it. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. You'll figure something out. Sure. See you around, Joe. As I watched her walk away, I was pretty sure that I'd never see that Jack again. Then again, I wouldn't be myself. I just left her like that. So I wonder if I can go back, play again, not buy the booze, and then give her the jacket first and then the money. So she isn't cold or hungry. When my favorite band on the speakers, I turned on the engine and hit the road. Okay, yep, so we're going to skip through this. I'm probably going to fast forward through it. Okay, so that's the same. To Breathe Forever. I really like the ambiance of this. Oh, I clicked through that too quickly. Okay, it said something about that Jane being a junkie. There's no way the sheriff wouldn't take her in to the jail for questioning. That turned out not to be as generous. We're not as good as we thought. Where are we? Okay, so let's not lie to Natalie. Or, not Natalie, the girl. Okay. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. We're not going to lie. I bet that us not lying to Hope is still not going to go where. It's, hey, sweetie, she's thinking about hunting and, you know, just catching and taming. Well, it's impossible. I'm sorry, but that's impossible. Why? Well, we can't just catch animals. They would be miserable living with us. They need to be free. But we have such a nice house and a lot of space in the backyard, and I would take good care of them. I know you would. Still, it's impossible to tame an animal that was born in the wilderness. It'll always long for its freedom. That's where it belongs. I guess you are right, Dad. I know how much you love animals, but it just wouldn't work, Hope. Then maybe we could at least get a dog? I always wanted one. A dog can protect me and Mom if something scary happens, and he can be my best friend. Hope we've talked about already. Okay, so this is back to the same stuff. But Dad, anyway, I heard you'll be staying alone tonight. No scary movies? Okay. Princess Dragon. Well... Okay. Okay... Yeah, it's all the same. So, she just didn't hate it. All it was her, like, more calmly accepting that it was, like, not a good idea to, catch wild animals and tamer. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're going to drink. See where that goes. You know, we are never close, you and I. But I still wish we had spent more time together. I always hoped that you would take me into the world and show me its beauty. I always hoped for us to travel. I thought that you'd be my guide on a tour filled with stunning landscapes and exciting dangers. But you are always more of a provider than a father. I wish you could have met Hope. And Natalie, I feel like you have liked her. She's as tough as nails. That's what I love about her. You both have this no-nonsense attitude. Well, at least toward things you consider nonsense, which is everything. Most of the time, yeah. I know you dedicated yourself to providing a comfortable life for me and Mother. I can respect that. I still miss you, you know? My favorite time with you was sitting together in the kitchen, early in the morning before you took off to work. Those were the only times you would really talk to me. I wish you had taught me more about being a man. We didn't always see eye to eye, but I could have learned so much more from you. Look at me now. Even though my family isn't starving, I feel like I'm failing them. I failed so many times. I was too young and too stupid. Drink again or go to sleep? We're going to drink again. But you know what's even worse? I used you. I used your sickness as an excuse. I knew I wasn't smart enough to get a degree. It was so obvious. I'm too stupid for studies. Yet you and Mom sacrificed so much so I could at least try. You both wanted me to move out of Grayville. You used to call it the end of the road. Failing would mean betraying your trust, wasting your sacrifice. I wasn't allowed to fail. So I quit before I had a chance to fail. I used your sickness as an excuse to abandon my education. I ran away before I had a chance to formally disappoint anybody. Before I had a chance to disappoint myself. Let's drink more. I miss you, but at the same time, I hate you. Because when I look at myself now, all I can see is you. The worst parts of you. I am my father's son. Well, bless me, Father. I don't even know what my own daughter is like. I don't know what she needs. I don't know her at all. It's like I've been daydreaming for the last couple of years, unaware that Hope became something different from what I wanted her to be. Up until now, I only saw what I wanted to see. I want her to be me, because I believe that this way I could make up for your mistakes. I stopped trying to teach her anything. I was trying to shape her, ignoring who she already was. Instead of supporting her, I forced on her all the things I didn't get from you. What the heck, man? I'm trying so hard not to repeat your mistakes, and yet I fail every single day. The one good thing about all this is that we created a bond, and that's something worth fighting for. Get wasted or go to sleep? Get wasted. Things would have been different if you had still been here. I would have left college, yeah, and would come back here, but still be in love with Natalie. This much would never change, no matter what. But if you're still around, maybe I would have had a chance to cope with all that happened here. May I would have learned earlier that a role of the father is not to have all the answers. Don't know where this is going in terms of action, but to support the child along the way. And with your support, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe my son wouldn't. One final sip. He wouldn't have died the way he did. Maybe if I just paid more attention to Sam would be here. It's all your fault, you stupid. You haven't taught me a squat. How the heck was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to be ready? Oh. That was too much excitement for one day. I didn't feel like indulging myself in a drunken trip down memory lane any longer. Besides, I was looking forward to some quiet time next day. Put the bottle away and dozed off. Alright, so we ended the perseverance in this video, and at first we ended it really quickly. What was I thinking? Okay, I'm going to do this one more time just for the beginning, and then I'll like cut back to the main menu just to see if we can like not buy booze and give the lady both the jacket and the money, because those are about the only options left we have that we have remaining, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Okay, so let's click through, guys. Now here comes the strange lady Jan, who could be lost as a test subject. We could see as interesting. Let's we can question her. What are you doing here? What do you mean? Where's the rest of your crew? Excuse me? You're not going to tell me that you walked here all by yourself. What if I did? It would mean that you might cause trouble. Are you here to cause trouble? Whatever your name is? My name is Jan, and no, I'm not here to cause trouble. Why are you questioning me like that anyway? A guy who can smell trouble a mile away. Or like somebody who harasses strangers. Yeah. You shouldn't do it, you know. Since when asking somebody questions is considered harassment? It is if you're impolite. I live here, alright? I'm just looking out for my fellow citizens. My name is Jack. It's not every day that somebody simply takes a walk and ends up in Grayville. Grayville? Funny name, never heard of it. Is it pretty? Are you high? Hey, that wasn't very nice, you know. Listen, I just wanted to help. You seem a bit out of place, that's all. To be honest, I have this condition. Sometimes I forget things. Okay, now we're back. So, I forgot that we had 2 more decisions to make, so I just started questioning her. And, now we're at the... Yeah, okay. Now, we're at that part where we, could, lose words. We're at the part where she's telling us the same story. So now she just said, we're a little cold, so let's give her our jacket. There's a jacket in my car, wait here. There's a jacket in my car, wait here. Here, you can have it. Thanks a lot. I'll borrow it for now, but I'd like to send it back when I get home. I didn't think you were such a kind person, Jack. You remind me of someone, of whom I can't remember his name. He was a guy working at the science facility. They were testing some new medicine. I volunteered. I remember he looked kind of glum, like he was disappointed. He was staring at me through a glass window. I thought it was cute, as if he was too shy to speak, because I'm a little loose in the head. Anyways, would you give me your address so I can send your jacket back? Which is a bad idea. Guys, don't do that. Just give it away. Everyone will be better off for it. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. You'll figure something out. Oh, okay, so we didn't have a chance to give her the food. Or, I mean, money. Okay. Then I'm glad that I chose the questioning thing, so we can knock out, like, what happens when you question her. Okay, that Jane must have been a junkie or a hooker. Probably both. I might have made a mistake by giving her my jacket and address. There's no way she could have just appeared in Grayville out of nowhere. She probably had her pimp looking for her. The sheriff would take care of it for sure. Okay, so those were the 3 sentences that I clicked through quickly. Because we're such a great human being ourselves. Let's assume the best in others. Okay. So, I'm going to try to keep this review part to like 2 or 3 minutes, since I'm not sure how much I'm going to cut and how much time will be I'll decrease this by when I fast forward through things. But Perseverance Part 1 demo, I like it. I very much like it. I like the art style. I like the sound. Both of those are really very strong, especially how the sound is timed with the text. So even if I'm clicking through fast, that dog barking will always happen when the dog bark text shows up. I like it. I also like that this demo does everything a demo should do. Not only does it look good and it sounds good, but we met Bob, we met Jack, our main character, we met Jan, we met the assassin lady, we met Natalie, and we met Hope. 6 characters in what is maybe 20 minutes worth of gameplay if you're not reading out loud to a camera. 6 characters. 6 of them. And that 20 minutes also includes if you go back and do what I did and figure out all the choices. So it's also replayable in that sense for like little bits of text. So the story thus far is Jack is having family troubles with his wife or maybe ex-wife. And his daughter Hope, who seems to be distanced from him. He goes to see Bob, who could be having an affair with his wife, but also provides some survival supplies. He runs into a lady that he thinks is a hooker, depending on how you play it. But she's actually a test subject and probably just escaped from a test and was the person that they were talking about in the intro with Assassin Smoker Lady that we saw. And he gets the cars hunting. Assassin Smoker Lady hunting? How's that for an accent? Alright, and then what else? Oh yeah, and then his dad. So I guess 7 characters because we did find a little bit out about his dad. What I very much liked is what I thought was a weakness at first, but I didn't want to say anything until I played through the end and hopefully was proven more on, which I was, is that initially the choices didn't seem to matter. And so far as I can tell, if you buy the not if you buy the booze, but if you whatever you give the lady, it doesn't seem to make a difference. It might make a difference if you don't give her the jacket. which I now want to find out. I don't know that it will make a big difference though. But if you buy the booze and you get drunk, then you find out more about the story and you get exposed to an 8th character. 8th. Which is his son who died. We don't know if his son committed suicide or was murdered. It seems to be pointing to suicide. So we have a tale with depth indeed already. We have 8 characters. We have a father dealing with guilt, disagreements with his wife, estrangement from his daughter, and then his world's about to collide with this lady he talked to for 2 minutes, who's a test subject that's escaped with a lady after her, and we don't know where Bob comes in. But it feels like Bob's place is going to kind of be a hub for everything happening. How exciting is that? I am now excited because I want to go deeper into the story and unwind like the tales and how everything interconnects. It's super exciting. And we see this lady here. This lady. This lady does not look like Natalie or like Hope. I don't know who this lady is. And maybe the lady that we saw as a test subject was just to inform us that there was a test, laboratory testing things on us. And this lady that we see right here is actually the one that's being chased. Who knows? I don't, but I'm excited. There is one weakness. One weakness to this demo. And that is the typos. There are several typos and several grammatical errors. And that is crucial in a visual novel that you eliminate those. Those should be gone. I don't care how many people you have to have edit it and proofread. I would send it. I would make sure the entire team proofreads it if it's a small team, and then I would send it out to your friends and family members. And then have a playtester to proofread it. If you'd like me to proofread it, I'd be happy to. And just if you're going to do a visual novel in English, it needs to not have those things because it's the text that's driving the story. It's those decisions. And it will get distracting if it is pervasive throughout the entire thing. So what I would like to see from this game, it has a good story going for it. Don't get me wrong. The grammatical errors and typos were few and were not significant enough to where the story did not communicate effectively. They weren't that bad. The story is very clear, very interesting. So I want more character development everywhere. All the character development. I want everybody's storylines to collide. But most importantly, I want the typos and grammatical errors to not exist. So, if you see this video and you need someone to proofread, I'd be happy to. I really would. I enjoy that sort of thing. I enjoy editing and proofreading. So, I'm sure there's plenty of people who have offered to do that. So, if you don't take me up on it, that's alright. But I would like to help. And then you could just blame me if there's still a error. I'd be fine with that. Okay. So that is my review of Perseverance. I am very excited. I am glad that there was playthrough material to where you found out that horrific secret that his son is dead. And you had to get drunk to do it. And that makes sense. There's so many people who have so much pain, so deeply inside that they have to get completely drunk before they can even broach the subject. And it showed a lot more about our main character who's angry and hurt and needs some space to himself. Alright, that is Perseverance. So, remember, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I know I keep hounding you about it, but hey, we need subscribers and views. And, yeah, just a community so we can have fun. Who doesn't want to have fun? And follow me on all the social media things in the description. Play this yourself. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it and support it. I know I'm going to. Alright, until next time, Craelan out. Okay guys, so it'll be black screen here for a moment, but I did just go back out of curiosity to find out what happens if you say you don't give Jane anything. She says, I could eat I'm so hungry. First she's like, it's okay. I know it's kind of random. I'm just so hungry I could eat a horse. I could eat you. Haha. And it says, and just like that, she walked away. I could do is hope that she wouldn't cause any trouble. She gave me a weird feeling. So, Uh, maybe this latest test involves cannibalism. I don't know, but that's all I had to discover. Anyway, see ya!